You ever had one of those days where you open your front door and think, this has to be a prank? Yeah, that was me last spring, standing barefoot in my driveway while two overweight women in matching floral pajamas screamed into their phones about my wife, posing a threat to the neighborhood. One was jabbing a finger toward our recycling bin like it had a bomb inside it. The other, get this, was hiding behind her SUV like my wife was an active shooter. Plot twist, my wife is the damn police chief. So, backing up a bit. We just moved into this gated suburban neighborhood in Tennessee, you know the kind, cookie-cutter houses, plastic smiles, people more obsessed with lawn height than basic human decency. My wife, Rachel, took the job in our new county after 20 years in law enforcement, tough, respected, smarter than any man in her department. But you'd never guess that, judging by how these two Karen sisters acted like she was some meth head breaking into our own garage. It all started when Rachel decided to mow the lawn herself one Saturday morning. She was off duty, wearing cargo pants and a black t-shirt, nothing flashy, but apparently not HOA appropriate attire. According to the sisters, she looked suspicious and military. That's what they told 911. That's literally what they told dispatch and later tried to lie about it when it all blew up. Now, mind you, Rachel had waved to them. Even smiled. She's polite, always trying to keep things chill. But these two, they turned their necks like owls and just stared. Then they scurried off, and 10 minutes later, 3 patrol cars rolled up in front of our house. Sirens and all. One of the officers stepped out, glanced at Rachel and just froze. He looked like he'd swallowed a golf ball. "Chief," he said. And then he turned back to the radio on his shoulder and mumbled, "Stand down, false alarm." The look on the Karens' faces. I swear, if I could have bottled it, I'd be rich. Their little HOA power trip deflated right then and they're like a balloon farting across the sky. Rachel didn't even get mad. She just walked up to the officers, shook hands, and calmly asked who filed the complaint. And that's when the twist hit. Not only did the sisters lie about what happened, but their report accused Rachel of brandishing a weapon. She was holding a weed trimmer. We thought it would stop there, just an embarrassing misunderstanding. Nope. The next day, a letter from the HOA showed up on our porch, accusing us of non-compliant landscaping practices and aggressive conduct. Aggressive? Lady, we water our grass and wave at your dogs. That's it. That's when Rachel decided it was time to respond, but not the way I expected. She started looking into HOA records. Turns out, the older sister Pam was the treasurer. Her little sister Donna. The secretary. And the president? Some guy named Glenn who hadn't lived in the neighborhood for over 6 months. Yep, he'd moved to Arizona, but they kept using his signature on everything. Forged it. So Rachel, being the methodical badass she is, compiled the evidence. Financial mismanagement, misuse of dues, fake citations, threats to residents. The whole HOA board was just the two sisters running a mini-kingdom of paranoia and pettiness. Rachel didn't just bring this to the next HOA meeting, she invited the entire neighborhood. On a Sunday. With donuts. It was standing room only in the rec center. When Rachel stood up and laid out everything line by line, document by document, you could feel the air change. Folks were whispering, jaws dropping. Then she dropped the hammer. Not only is this board in violation of its own bylaws, but what these women did to me qualifies as filing a false police report against a peace officer. Which is a felony. Boom. The Karens tried to shout over her. She's lying. She doesn't even live here legally. Pam screeched, which was rich, considering her husband hadn't paid his taxes in 3 years, and Rachel had proof of that too. Someone from the back yelled, "Sit down, Pam." And then applause broke out. Actual applause. I couldn't believe it felt like a movie. By the end of the meeting, the sisters were voted out. HOA oversight was handed to a third-party firm. They're being investigated for embezzlement. And the best part? A few weeks later, someone no one knows who placed a big plastic weed trimmer on Pam's lawn, with a pink ribbon and a note, "For your lawn inspection needs." They tried to play victims for a while. Donna posted some sob story on Facebook about how cruel people can be to women just trying to keep their neighborhood safe. Yeah, okay. Try telling that to the 20 other neighbors who'd gotten bogus citations over garden gnomes and paint shades. Now they keep to themselves. No more HOA emails. No more surprise inspections. Just silence. And sometimes, when Rachel mows the lawn in her black tee, I see Pam peeking through the blinds like she's seeing a ghost. Funny thing is, we didn't move here to stir the pot. We just wanted peace. But sometimes, peace requires a little righteous thunder. And Rachel? She is the storm. You tell me, at what point does community standards cross the line into control? When does safety become harassment hiding behind a clipboard? All I know is, if you're gonna call the cops, make damn sure they're not already living in the house you're pointing at.